So on your back, feet match width apart. Did I say hips match width apart? And let your knees come together. I'm needless to say, nursing a little bit of an injury, so be patient with my movements as the cueing will not change. Open your arms to the side, a little bit wider than your hips, not quite shoulder height, still with a little bit of relief in the shoulders, and just start to slow down the breathing, slow down the thoughts. Happy New Year to those of you who are celebrating as well, and happy Sunday to everybody. And just notice the rising and the falling of the belly, the chest, the abdomen, reach, stretch the breath across, side to side and up and down. And if you keep that steady focus on your breath, your mind won't get distracted on all the other things that are going on around us, and they will be going on around us. And then just take your right arm over your left arm and hug your shoulders. And if you can grab your shoulder blades, great. And just reach around and imagine that you're pulling them apart from each other. While keeping the lower half of the body kind of really relaxed. No tightening of the glutes, no holding of any breath or any pelvic lifting. Just let everything be soft. Inhale, open your arms to a T, and then switch the cross of the arms. Left arm over right. You might even notice that one side moves easier than the other. Just settle in for the breath. Start to breathe your Ujjayi breath, which is breathing in and out of the nose with a slight constriction in the throat. Inhale, open the arms out. A little bit more opening than we perhaps did a few moments ago. And let both knees drop open to the right side in a simple twist. Don't lift up the leg just yet. Just let both legs be open and stretch out on the floor. Breathe in, expand, and empty out. So, this opening, centering, coming into the practice, come back to center, inhale, exhale over the other side, is equally, maybe even more important than, hi Maria, than all the other parts of moving the asana. It's kind of getting yourself prepared for your practice, or if your practice is just laying on your back and breathing today, that's your practice, you're in it. Inhale, come back to center. This time turn the knees up and turn the toes slightly out or tilt your pelvis. Without lifting your back off the floor, just scoop your belly into your spine with your hips or your glutes, tighten them up. So you have a flat back imprinted and then a tilted pelvis so that your pubic bone not only points up but more, almost towards your chest. And then just the opposite of that, release the hips, tailbone down, and extend your spine. Rocking through, you'll start to feel like you can put both hands behind your back here. And then inhale, tilt your pelvis again without lifting your hips up, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button like you're pushing it on your spine, and you're pushing your spine into the floor. And then exhale, just switch it. And just do a couple of those ranges of motion. They're two extremes. Here in your imprinted spine, your hand won't get through your back, and in your extended spine, you can reach two hands easily underneath your back, for most of us. Couple more rounds. And then come back to the neutral position where your hips are maybe a little bit closer to imprinted. Walk your feet a little bit closer in so the heels line up with your sitting bones. Inhale, bring your right knee to your chest. And exhale, cross your right ankle over your left knee, open your arms out to a T. Now keep the feet on the floor, press your ankle against the thigh. And I do this a lot with using your right hand. You can use your right hand to push the right hip away, and then keep that same action without the hand assisting you. See how much of the effort you can put into your body without the assist of some extra leverage there. Inhale. Good, then exhale, Keep your leg where it is, and bring your right leg over to the left side, and just keep your left leg where it is, or move it a little bit more to the right side. Now take your left hand and guide the right hip away. Go for the length between the hip and the crease, or the crease of the hip and the thigh. And then again, with the same action as if you were pushing the leg away, release your arm. So find some space between the hip. You know, if you sit a lot all day long, you're going to feel those things. Inhale, return to center, uncross your legs, hug both knees to your chest. Take your knees as wide as your mat and just rock on your spine, make circles. Not a happy baby, but if you want it to be a happy baby, go for it. And then reverse it. Inhale, release your feet to the floor. Line up your heels with your sitting bones. Tilt your pelvis to a neutral position and take your left knee to your chest. Just bring it in, compress it a little bit. Exhale, cross your left ankle above your right knee. Take your left hand to the leg, or just bring your arms by your side and have the action of the left leg pressing against the right leg. So if you want that gentle press, and then notice how that feels and simulate it yourself. Or recreate it yourself. Inhale. Exhale, turn your hips to the right, bring your left foot onto the floor. You can walk your right foot a little bit more to the left and take your right hand and press the left leg away. Bring the ribs down. There's going to be a little bit of that tendency to arch your back here. And so try to keep the ribs pressing down towards the hips. And then release your hand and keep the action of the leg with your arm, without your arms, without the assistance. One more breath. Inhale, return to center, uncross your legs, hug both knees to your chest, and open your knees as wide as your ribs, or as wide as your mat, actually, and rock on your spine, side to side, and make circles in both directions. Return to the center, and place your feet down. Roll yourself to either side, bring yourself up to sitting. And for today, let's just start with a right leg bent into your inner thigh. I'm going to take a block underneath my right knee. You can keep the block there or not. Take your left leg a little bit more to the left side. Have a strap or towel if you need it. And just take your left hand on the inside of your left leg, right arm up and over. And go as far as your body takes you. If it's a lot, great. If it's not a lot, great. But think about lifting the left side of your torso up and in. Nicely. Breathe in. So use your hand against your foot against your hand, and now rotate your torso open a little bit more. And reach over. Inhale, come up. Rotate your torso to the left, hands wide, and just fold a little bit, not a whole lot. Keep your spine on top of the head to tailbone. So open your arms wider, Maria. Yeah, so take one arm on the inside of the leg, one arm way on the outside of the leg, and you can even tent up on your fingertips so there's no stress. Just a little gentle stretch into the hamstrings. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath, inhale, lift up. And release it. Switch sides. So you can put a block under your left knee, stretch your right leg out to the side, doesn't matter how wide it goes. Take your right hand on the inside of the right leg and just press against the inner thigh. And then rotate your torso to the left. Inhale, stretch your left arm up and over. Keep your left hip grounded. Rotate through the torso. Inhale. And exhale. I see that smell like the cat's right there. I get it. One more. Empty the breath. Turn around to face the right leg. Left hand on the inside, right hand on the outside. Inhale. Hinge forward, exhale. And again, it's not too far. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Separate both legs, but not your biggest straddle. So you don't have to turn to the side of the mat so you're on the mat. We're not going too far. Take the hands behind you, fingers in either direction. Lift your chest up. Sit up nice and tall. Open up your chest. Now turn your toes up and slightly out. Push your hands down to lengthen your torso slightly forward. Again, not a big stretch here. Just enough. Enough for a Sunday morning after a wild day of football and maybe synagogue and cooking and eating. It's enough. Diana. Inhale, rise up. Lean back. Shake out your legs, bring them together, cross them, and just roll over to your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, hips and shoulders width apart. Arch your back, dip your belly, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest, head towards the floor. Pull the belly all the way up and in. Inhale, extend your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, round and curl, pull it in. Inhale, extend your spine, bring your chest forward. Exhale, come to a neutral position and start to move your hips from side to side, wag it out. And it's like you're bringing your right hip to your right shoulder, left hip to your left shoulder, scooping out your abdominals, and then make this into a circular motion. Start out small, move as big as you'd like. You can move your hands forward a little bit, push back, forward, and in reverse, if you're doing that, big or small. And then come back to your neutral, walk your hands forward, walk your hips back, keep your knees wide and fold on the inside of your legs for child's pose. Extended child's pose with a lengthened arm, with a strong arm, but don't overdo it. Inhale, lift and lengthen to the right side. Exhale, left arm on top or longer than your right. Pull your left hip to the floor or towards your heel. Breathe into the side spaces. Inhale, lift your head, chest, walk over to the left side, right hand on top or longer than. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Walk your hands forward again. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Bring your knees back in line with your hips, tuck your toes, and just softly keep your knees bent as you lift your hips into dog. Downward facing kind. Breathe. Keep the knees bent. Spread your arms wide. Imagine that you're pushing your pinkies to the edge of the floor or edge of the mat. Bend one knee longer than the other then. So start to walk out your dog. Bend one knee, pull the left heel or the opposite heel to the floor. Switch sides. And then walk yourself into a soft downward dog, meaning keep the knees slightly bent until you start to lift your hips up, chest down, ribs in. Press your heels towards the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes and just shift yourself into plank. Pause in the plank, top of the head, reaches forward, tailbone back. Resist the earth. Lower your knees, push back to child's pose. Inhale, sit up on your heels, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, fold into child's pose, walk it out forward. Inhale to hands and knees. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to knees and back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, sit on your heels, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold into child's pose. Inhale to your knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your knees to the earth. Exhale, sit on your heels, child's pose. Inhale, sit on your heels, arms up. Exhale, hands down, child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees down, heels back, child's pose. Inhale, sit up on your knees, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, walk it out, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and walk your dog from side to side, or find some stillness right here. Chest to the thighs, belly in, ribs tucked down, so there's no sloping in the upper or mid-back. Lift up high onto both toes, bend your knees. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Standing forward fold. Feel free to use blocks or put your hands on your shins or put your hands on your thighs. Let go where you need to be. Soften your knees. So never really want to lock out your knees. Place the weight towards the big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, and heel. So evenly distribute your weight. Stay on your fingertips or shins or your blocks. Lengthen your spine. Crown of the head to tailbone. Exhale, fold your body in half. Shake out your head, yes and no. Keep your hands as they are, but if you crossed anything, switch the cross. Inhale to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Place the hands to the hips and rise up to stand. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale and exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Lift up and over to the right side. Again, it doesn't have to be extreme. It can be just enough to feel the stretch on the left side and a little bit of the energy on the right. Inhale, come back to center, switch the sides, up and over. It's like you're pulling your arm up and out of your shoulder and then pulling it over to the side. It's a nice side stretch. Inhale, rise up. Exhale like we did on the floor. Bring your hands behind your back. We had our hands on the floor. Lift your chest up. Good, just sit up nice and tall, and some of you will take a little bit more of a back bend here. Elbows squeeze in. Lifting in the middle upper back as opposed to the lower back. And then with your hands still on your hips, bend your knees and start to forward fold. Release your hands to the floor, shins, or the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chin to chest, ragdoll to stand. Bring the arms all the way overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Release your arms, inhale. Take a hold of the left wrist, exhale. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left side of the wrist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands on your back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ragdoll to stand. Take it one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back and around. And empty the breath. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Last time, left hand up and over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand up and over to the left side. Inhale, center, arms up and behind your back. And lift your heart up. Exhale, soften the knees forward, fold, let go, hands to floor, shins block. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. You can stay here or lower your knee to the floor. Right hand stays on the floor, left hand's moving to the hip, the floor of the block. Lengthen your spine before you rotate, and then lift your belly away from your thigh, left arm comes up over your shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. So use the hand on the floor to give you some length, but don't dump into the shoulders. Don't keep the weight in the right arm. And then open up one more breath. Exhale, bring your left hand inside the left foot. You can take a block. Turn your right foot on its side. Right arm comes up over your shoulders once again. Bending your left knee, firming out your back leg. Pinky toe to the floor, big toe to the floor. The back leg is straight from the hip to the ankle or the outer foot. Look down, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two, straighten your front leg. Good. Rebend your front knee. Pull back with your right arm. Follow your gaze down your left middle finger, left knee in line with your hip, towards the outer side of your leg. Back foot, again, the pinky toes pressing firmly down. Reach your right arm back a little further, sink a little bit more into your hip. Inhale, right arm down, left arm up, stay low. Stay low. Reach up and back. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, spin it around. Turn your hips forward. Lower your back knee. Sink your weight forward. So the front knee is over the ankle, the back knee is behind your hip. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Begin to straighten your front leg. Use blocks or hands move back, or keep your knee bent. Lift the left toes up, pull the left hip back and down, right hip forward and up. Find the length in your spine. Walk your hands as far forward, back, or high as you need. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath. Sometimes, I'll say most times, moving slowly is way harder than moving fast. Inhale, rebend your knee. I will say it for myself, whether you guys agree or not. Tuck the toes underneath you. Lift your knee up. Look forward. Find energy in both legs. Find energy and stability through the center. Look forward. Exhale, fold your body in half. Bend the knees as much as you need. Hands on floor, shins, or blocks. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. This time, plant your hands to your hips and rise up to stand. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. This time, we're just going to fold forward, hands to floor, shins, or blocks. Inhale with a halfway lift. Exhale, send your left foot to the back of the mat. Big step. Generous step, the knee can always come down. Left hand on the floor, right hand to your hip, rotate your torso, and then stretch the right arm up. Stack your shoulders, drop your hips, hug them into midline, back leg is straight, firm, energized. Breathe in, breathe out. Every breath gives you a little bit more opportunity to find more space. Take a breath. Inhale. Now exhale, right hand on the inside of your right foot or on a block. Left foot spins on its side. 10 o'clock on a clock in front of you. Left hand comes up over your right shoulder. Right thigh parallel to the floor. Use your arm and leg against each other for a little leverage here, like we talked about in our warm-ups on the floor. So tuck your tailbone in a little bit more, Karen. So draw your right hip underneath you more. Yeah. Nice. There you go. Breathe in, breathe out. Look down at your right toes. Inhale, rise up. Use your legs. Use your torso. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Reach and gaze down the right middle finger. Back foot, pinky toe is firmly pressing to the floor. So there's no bend in the left knee surfing, right? Not that I've ever been able to surf, but I know what it looks like. All right, so right thigh parallel to the floor as best you can. Inhale. Find length in your body. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Keep the hips low. Left arm down, right arm up. Reach up and back. Almost down. Breathe. Lift out of your right waist and lift out of your left waist. So you're just lengthening both sides of the body. Lifting. One more breath. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the floor. Spin it around to face the front of the room. Lower your back knee to the floor. Have your blocks if you have them nearby. And straighten your front leg. Toes up. Right hip goes back and down. Left hip goes forward and up. And then walk your hands anywhere you need them to be. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Exhale, tuck your left toes under. When you lift your knee, keep your hips low. And then energize your legs. One more breath. Exhale, step left to right, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to hips, rise up to stand. Release your arms down by your side. Now pose Tadasana. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold your way through the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, turns right on its side. Inhale, windmill your arms up and open to warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, straighten arms and legs. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your your front leg, Walk your back foot in. If you'd like a block, high height behind your left ankle, behind your left calf, let's talk about it. And then reach out as far as you can. Left arm down, right arm up, spin your torso open. Hug your hips in. Breathe. Lift your knees up. Open up your torso. Squeeze the legs up and in. Reach out of your waistline. Look down. Inhale, rise back up, reverse with a straight leg. Exhale, come back to center. Bend your knees, turn it around. Place your hands on the floor or the blocks. And then straighten your front leg here. It's a wide stretch. It's not a closed pyramid. So your front leg is long. Your things are happening in Lori's house. And fold your head, chest down towards the front of your thigh. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice job, guys. Relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Step up with your right leg floating in the air. Hands are still on the floor or the blocks. Level out your right hip. Left knee can be as bent or as straight as you'd like it to be. Broadening the collarbones, tailbone, head to tailbone, head to foot long. Supported warrior three. Exhale, feet together and fold over your legs. Inhale, hands to hips, rise up to stand. Exhale, mountain pose, release your arms. Inhale, stretch your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, send your left foot back. Take a big step and turn it on its side. Right foot is forward. Inhale, press down to rise up. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, straighten arms and legs. Exhale, rebend, warrior two. Inhale, reverse it, right arm up, left arm down. Exhale, warrior two, and then straighten the front leg. Shorten your stance if you'd like. Move your torso out to the right. Reach, 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 reach. And if you're using the block, take it on the outside of your right shin and spin your shoulders up and open, torso up and open. Lift your knees up so that you're protected, right? And lift out of your right waistline. That's good, nice. Breathe in, breathe out. Another big breath here. Really lift up both sides of your waistline. Think about a cinch, a girdle, a belt hugging you in. Look down, keep that hug. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, reverse that. Exhale, hands to the floor, blocks. Spin it around. Straighten your front leg. Square your hips. Now make sure that your right foot's to the right enough that you're not on a tightrope. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, back foot can be up or down, front toes can be up or down. Fold over your leg with as long a spine as you can. So keep looking forward rather than down. Keep looking forward rather than to your knees. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now release your toes. Inhale, bend your front knee, walk your hands forward, and then come up with a floating left leg. Right leg is soft or straight, depending on you. Toes point down, heart opens up. Inhale, supported warrior three. Exhale, feet together, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, turn it on its side. Inhale, you just grab your block just to have on the outside of the left leg. Open up to warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse. Oh, actually, I'll skip that straightening. Inhale back to warrior two, now we'll straighten. Exhale, hinge forward and find your triangle pose. Right arm up. Now this time, rather than going back up to standing, we're just gonna turn ourselves forward. And this time, we're gonna step the back foot in a little bit closer. Hands on the floor, the blocks, pyramid pose. Bump your left hip back, right hip forward. In your pyramid pose, you should be able to see your back foot, right? It shouldn't be hidden by your front foot. Inhale and exhale, fold and keep the length in the spine. Bump the left hip back and down. Again, same thing, leveling out the pelvis. Inhale and exhale. For today, take your hand or your block a little bit in front of your left toe. So your arm is straight, your right arm is straight. And you're kind of just lining up the foot and the block or the hand. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Left hand on your hip, lengthen from tailbone to head. Then begin to rotate to the left side. So we're keeping a long spine here, left arm comes up. Hug your hips towards each other. Look out of your waistline. Breathe in and breathe out. Rotate the torso, so not just the arms move, not just the head moves, but everything moves in conjunction with the torso. One more breath. Empty the breath and just fold over your left leg. You can bend the knee a little, a lot. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Keep your arms forward as you step up onto your left leg, right leg lifts, supported warrior three. You can float your hands for a moment off the floor if you feel it. One more breath, and then take your right knee behind your left ankle and have a seat on the floor. Good. So if that doesn't work, straighten out your bottom leg. Wrap your hands around your shin, lift up nice and tall. Make sure your left foot, the big toe's on the floor. If it's not, just walk it forward a little bit. Can I have some of that coffee? Please. Maybe not. Duncan? All right, sit up nice and tall. Take your left arm up, back and around. Use it behind you or a little bit more to the right side to give you the leverage to lift. Stretch your right arm up in the air, turn to the left, hug, twist, or bind. Inhale. And exhale. Stay firm. Stay grounded. Stay with your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Keep your twist, but look to the right. And then release to the right. Stay upright. Inhale, return to the center. Hands on either side of your legs. Move your left foot to the middle of the mat. It should be at the top. Come up onto your right shin. Back into your supported warrior three pose. Float your hands for the breath. And then step your feet together, forward fold. Inhale, hands to hips, rise up. Exhale, stand up tall, mountain pose. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, turn it on its side. Take your right block with you just to have right behind your leg if you're using it. Open up warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bump your hips left, torso to the right. Right hand down, right behind your leg. Left arm up, spin it open. Lift out of your waistline. Good. So as high up as you can be to keep the both sides of the waistline lifted, right? No dumping into your pelvis. No dumping into your neck and shoulders. One more breath. Good. Now exhale, take your left hand down, spin your body forward. Step your back foot in a little bit closer. If you have to shimmy your right foot out a little bit to the side, right foot out to the side. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Bump the right hip back. Exhale, fold over your right leg and just let go. Nice pyramid pose. Not so nice, maybe hamstring stretch. I don't know. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good.
Listen to your body, just pay attention. That's the best thing I can tell you. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Take your left hand on, if you have your block, take it out in front of you. It can be any height. Just to the immediate left of your right big toe. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Place your right hand on your hip, level out your pelvis. So pull the right hip back and down, left hip forward and up, lengthening out of your waistline and your torso. Turn to the right side. And once you feel that the shoulders have stacked, right arm can come up. Looking for all that length in your spine. I'll tell you, my spine is happy with that. It really likes to be longer in these twists. One more breath. As you empty the breath, fold over your right leg, just let go. You can bend the knee, you can round the spine, you can do anything you want. As long as it's healthy for your body. Good. Now inhale, lengthen your spine, walk your hands forward. Come into the supported warrior 3. And then if you want to release the support for the breath, inhale. And exhale, bring your left, or hands back down if they're up. Left knee behind the right. Sit down on the floor, not on your foot. Move the foot to the side or straighten the leg out. Use your hands here for leverage again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch your right arm up and behind you. So it's either right in the center of your body or a little bit more to your left side. Inhale for length. Left arm comes up. Exhale, rotate to the right, hug, twist, or bind. Inhale. And exhale, drop your right hip down to the floor. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath. Good. As you empty the breath, keep your twisting to the right side, but look to the left side. And then just release. Come back to center. Right foot in the middle of your mat. Come up onto your shin. Hands on the floor blocks. Left leg up in the air. Supported warrior 3. Look forward. Maybe you hover your fingertips. And then forward fold, feet together on the floor. Inhale, hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, rise up. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank. Shoulders over elbows, wrists. Breathe in, breathe out, dome up your upper back. Shift forward, bend your arms halfway down, chaturanga, or to your knees. Upward facing dog, or low cobra, heart opens. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, bring your knees back to the floor. Sit up on your heels. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your arms behind your back. Turn your fingers, and you can put your hands on the block. Turn your fingers forward if possible. Lean back. We did this when we were in a straddle. So lean back, but lift your chest up. So try not to go back on an angle and bend your arms. Keep the arms straight, and then just lift out of your pelvis up and over. But hug your elbows towards each other. Heart opens out. One more breath. Lift a little taller. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Bring yourself forward, put your forehead on your knees and your head to the floor. Keep a hold of your feet with your hands. And stay here, or lift your hips up off your heels and around your spine. Pull against your feet and open up the upper shoulders, the waistline, the hips. No weight in your head. Inhale, release your hips, release your hands, release your head. Exhale, roll through your spine. Good. Inhale, sweep your legs around to the side. I'm going to just turn my mat a little bit. So turn your Have your blocks or at least one block nearby. Take your heels in line with your sitting bones. Inhale. Chin to chest, exhale, round your back. Pull your belly in. And start to roll down slowly. Relax your neck and shoulders. Roll down slowly and bring your legs closer to your hips. So reach your heels. We did this a little earlier. So reach your heels with your fingertips. Knees in line with your hips. If they start to move in or out, grab your block or ball or your imaginary block and just squeeze it between your knees. Tilt your pelvis. So like we started, with just your glutes coming off the floor. Scoop out your belly so your back is imprinted, you can't get your hands behind it. And you could if you maneuvered, but we don't want to. And once again, lower the hips and then arch the back so now you can get your hands underneath. Inhale, tilt your pelvis. This time start with the glutes and start to peel your spine off the floor. Walk your arms underneath your back. Interlace your fingers and point them towards your heels, and at the same time pull your heels towards your hands. Keep your knees so they stay in line with your hips, so there's a lot of action going on in the back side of the body. Push down through your shoulders, triceps, and feet, and lift a little higher with your hips for 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms, upper mid, lower back to the floor. Turn your knees in, toes slightly pigeon. So a little bit similar to what we did, but a little bit closer in our leg distance. Inhale, return to your neutral position, heels lining up with your sitting bones, knees in line with second, third toe and hip. Tilt your pelvis, start with the lowest part of your spine, so start with your glutes here, then start to peel off. Resting your shoulders on the floor, once again articulating so that your hands come underneath your back, interlace your fingers, or you can put your hands on your back, your glutes, or a block to stay supported. And if you want to take this into a full wheel, you take your hands by your shoulders, come lightly to the top of your head, press down to rise up, open up your heart, breathe. Wherever you are, 3 big breaths. Good, Maria, you're getting there. And then release your hands, release your upper, mid, lower back, and hug the knees all the way up to the chest. Hands on each leg, make big circles, big opposing circles. While you do that, you massage out your spine, reverse the circles. Come back to center. Put your left foot on the floor, put your right ankle above, again like we did earlier. Press your leg away, then release your leg with your hands next to the sides of your body, or, just so you have that action in your leg. Keep that action in your legs as you lift your left leg off the floor. Hold on to the back of your thigh, or some of you will grab your shin. Where are you at today? Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and straighten the left leg today. Draw the left leg in, nudge the right leg away. Best word I can come up with. Pull and push at the same time. One more breath, bring it a little bit closer to you. Keep your legs as they are and release your arms to the side. Slowly, with the action of the right ankle against the left leg, begin to lower your left leg. Bend the knee if you need to. Good, keep the ankle there and open up the right hip to the right side here. So nothing has changed except your foot's on the floor. One more breath. Take your right leg across the body, bend the knee, and then just twist over to the left side. So you're already set up for it. It's a setup. Inhale, return to center, hug your knees, both of them to your chest. Lift your head and shoulders round and curl. Lower your head. Lower your right foot, left ankle above the right knee, open it up, press it away. Inhale. Draw your belly in, really secure your core here as you lift your legs off the floor. Hands underneath the thigh or in front of the shin. As you pull the right knee in, press the left leg away. Inhale. And exhale today, straighten your right leg. Keep pulling in with your right leg, pushing away with your left. Breathe in. And breathe
Release your hands, open up your arms, and with nice, slow control, start to lower your right leg down. Really find your core active here. Secure it, pull the belly into the spine, pelvis in, pelvic floor up. Good, now open up your leg, it's like a cross-legged tree or figure four stretch really with your legs straight. Inhale, bring your left leg up and over to the right side. Exhale, spinal twist. Give it a little assistance. Inhale, return to your back, hug your knee to your chest. Exhale, bring your right leg to meet it, head and shoulders to meet it. Inhale. Exhale, begin to stretch yourself out on the floor. Stretch your arms over your head. Reach in two directions. Everything lengthening. Fingertips, toe tips. Big breath. Empty the breath. Relax your legs. Relax your arms by your side. Sink your body weight into the earth. Scan your body from head to toe. Toe to head. Notice if there's any points of tension that remain. From the top of your head to your forehead. To the top of your brow, to the lids, to the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, the cheeks, the jaw, the ears, the tongue soft, the throat soft, shoulders, front, back, and sides, upper back, upper neck, chest, middle, lower back, middle, lower abdomen. Pelvis soft, glutes soft, fronts and backs of your arms, your wrists, your forearms, your fingers, your palms, your hands, your thighs, fronts and back, knees are soft, ankles, calves, shins, tops and bottoms of your feet, toes, and more important, the space between your ears, silence in your mind, stillness. Let your breath be your focus. And use the mantra of let go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Let go of anything you don't need, particularly for those of you celebrating this high holiday season. If I have offended anybody in any way, shape, or form, intentionally or unintentionally, ask for forgiveness. So let yourself be forgiven for anything and let yourself melt into your mat, surrender, let go, Shavasana. I'm going to leave you in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. And I may pick up with you tomorrow morning, I don't know. For those at home, stay fit, stay healthy.